Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about on-site opportunities. So there are few people who have reached out to me to talk about different on-site opportunities. Because of COVID, there were a lot of travel restrictions, and now slowly as the situation is improving, those restrictions are going away. So that means again the on-site opportunities will come into picture. Around a year ago, I already did one video on this channel with respect to on-site opportunities, but I thought it makes sense to do another one. But before I start, I would request you to subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon for all notifications. So few key things that you need to keep in mind while deciding on on-site opportunities. First is, which country is this on-site opportunity for? Is this for United States or some country in Europe? Is it for UK, South Africa, Australia? So be very sure about the country. So different people have different motives why they want to go on site. Most people want to go on site for money. Some people have money as a priority, but then they also want exposure. So their priority is exposure even if there is not a lot of money. And when I say exposure, it means experience of working with a client or a customer at their location, which you cannot get by working in India or working in offshore. So the first and foremost thing with respect to an on-site opportunity is the visa regulations or the work permit related rules. Each country have their own visa related rules and regulations. So first you need to understand those rules and regulations. So let's assume if I am working in India and if I want to go to the US, first I need to understand visa rules and regulations. Second, I need to find out a company and a project within that company which is having work from the US. Which means this company should have a project from a US based customer or client, and the nature of the work in that project should be such that the customer would want one person or two person or maybe more people to be at on site, which means at their location in the US. If the nature of the work is such that they don't want anybody at on site, they want 100% team to be at offshore, then there is no point in joining that project. So you need to be very selective, you need to be very targeted when it comes to joining any company or any project, understand the details of the customer and understand the details and the composition of the team. Next thing is, you need to figure out what will you gain if you go to on-site. If your priority is only exposure and experience, then it is fine. But if your priority is money, you need to do some maths at your end. Which means you need to convert dollars into rupees and understand what kind of package you are going to get over there, and then figure out how much money will you actually save. Because financially, you don't want to take a decision which will be a disaster. So for example, if you are getting on-site opportunity in Mexico, or if you are getting any on-site opportunity in Poland, Portugal or Uruguay and some other countries, you need to understand what is the currency conversion between the currency of these countries and Indian rupee. Because if you go to US, we all know that one USD is around 70 plus Indian rupees. But if you go to Mexico, how is the currency conversion? Is one Mexico peso equal to 3 or 4 Indian rupees? Because this currency conversion will lead to the financial benefit. Let's say if you are going to get a job in India which is going to pay you 18-20 lakhs per annum here in India, and if you are getting a salary in Mexico or any other country which is not going to be equivalent to your Indian salary, then there is no point in going on site from financial perspective. If it is short term, then it is fine, but if it is a long term opportunity, then you need to do all this math at your end and understand the financial implications. Another aspect is quality of life. Okay, one is cost of living, the other is quality of life. What kind of quality of life will you have over there? So thanks to internet, these days you have a lot of avenues and options to do research either on Google or YouTube. A lot of people have posted a lot of content, so you can go and see country specific, city specific, place specific information so that you can make a wise decision. And also don't forget to find out whether that particular place is safe or not. So if somebody has traveled to that particular place, it will be a good idea to talk to that person and get some feedback. So getting employed with a service company here in India and getting the visa processing done and then going to US or going to UK is the most safe option. There are other options of working with a contracting company and getting the visa done and then going and working for a client. but be very careful with that. Unless you have somebody who has done that, somebody who can tell you this is the safe option, go with this contractor, then only go with that. Otherwise, I have heard experiences of people where it has not worked well. And don't shell out a lot of money, don't pay any money to anybody upfront other than, of course, the fees of the visa. Don't pay anything to anybody to get an on-site opportunity. So I think the research is the key. Finding out as much as information as you can sitting over here and planning is the key with respect to any on-site travel. I hope you liked this video. Do comment if you have any other questions. I'll be happy to answer it as much as I can. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.